we're going to unwrap and rub this tri-tip. Then we're going to smoke it on the new offset smoker. That's this time on Tri-tip is mostly a West Coast invention. It's kind of hard to find here in Texas. Luckily, Lubbock has a university, Texas Tech University, and they have a animal science division where they actually grow and slaughter their own beef. That's the only place I could find this particular item. We're going to do this one today. What I understand is a pretty typical Santa Maria rub. It's about 7 or 8 ingredients, and then there's also a liquid aspect to it that we'll put on later when we do the reverse sear. But right now we're just going to build the rub. A Santa Maria tri-tip rub. Now for the rub. 1 tablespoon black pepper, 2 teaspoons granulated garlic, 1 teaspoon granulated onion, 1.5 teaspoons of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Don't want to get those mixed up. 1 teaspoon of rosemary, 1 teaspoon of salt. You then whisk it together. And then pour it into your shaker. Okay, here's the tri-tip out of the vacuum sealed bag. You can see why they call it a tri-tip. It's got 1, 2, 3 tips. It's actually the bottom part of the bottom sirloin. Apparently if you buy a bottom sirloin roast, you can cut this off and make your own tri-tip. Apparently it's just like a brisket that's two meats, the point and the flat, and there's that fat in between them. Supposedly there's a layer of fat in between this and the roast. So you could, if you can't find a tri-tip that way, you can buy a roast and cut it yourself. Had to do a little bit of trimming to get some of this hard fat off, but for the most part it was mostly done by the fine fee folks at Texas Tech. This is the stuff that I made, and what I found was that the little thing that came with it fits completely perfectly in there, so that you can shut it up, and it's not completely airtight, but it keeps stuff from getting all over everything. So now the rub. You don't want to, not like a brisket or whatever, you don't want to really just, cover it big time, but you want to get a fair amount on there. Okay, turn it over and do the back, and then let it sit here until it gets to room temperature. I'm going to go out and start the coals for the offset cooker, so meet me outside. Oh, I forgot to mention, you want to let this sit for at least 1 hour, but 4 would be better. Out to the cooker. Time to get the chimney starter started. You can use any type of charcoal. This is some old stuff I had sitting around, and I just need about half a chimney. That's all you need. Now I gotta go get some newspapers. If it's not one thing, it's 5. Okay, you want to wad up 2 or 3 pages of newspaper and put them under the coals. I like to use this gadget to start it. It doesn't blow out in the wind. So now let this smolder for a while, and it'll catch those. It'll catch the charcoal on fire. When it looks like a jet engine or the inside of a volcano, you're ready to pour. Well, they're getting there. There's still a little black left. Want them all to be completely white. Right now, shooting about 1700 degrees, 1800 degrees right now. That's hot. That's what you want to see. White. There's a little black left, but nice and orange and lots of heat coming off. Time to put it in the smoker. Today I'm burning some oak. It's a short cook, shouldn't be more than 2 or 3 hours. So I've just got 4 pieces. Just nestle them down in there on the coals and let them catch on fire. Caught it on fire. Now we just got to wait for it to turn into that thin blue smoke and start bringing the smoker up to temp. Smoker's holding pretty good, steady at 226, 228. So time to put the meat on. Now we wait for it to get to about 117, 118, maybe 120, and then we're going to put it on here and sear it to get it up to that 130, so that it'll coast to 135. This is half a cup of red wine vinegar and a half a cup of vegetable oil, just mixed together. This is going to be put on the meat so that it has something to help protect it from the high heat when I put it on the offset cooker, which I'm going to do right now. Got to take the probe out because it goes bad about 500 degrees. Found that out the hard way, which is why I don't get to use my pretty red one anymore. Should be a sear here. Realize that's probably in the way there. Give it a couple minutes aside. Alarm's going off. I'm going to call her done. Trying to get her over out of the fire. That's what we're looking for. Somewhere between 130 and 140. 135 would be perfect. These are ready to go in. The roast or tri-tip has been resting for about 20 minutes now. One of the things I forgot to show you before we cooked it was how the grain runs. In this particular case, the grain runs this way for about half, and then it starts running this way for the other half. So when you cut it, you want to cut it across the grain. So that means this way here and this way here. There's a division right in the middle where I'm going to cut it in half here and show y'all. So just going to cut it right in half right here. What's cool about tri-tips is they start out thin on the sides and go to that thick middle. So that means that everybody's kind of happy. On the outside will be the medium or the well done, and then a little bit further the medium, and then in the middle you should have what I'm hoping is going to be medium rare. And you know what? That looks pretty medium rare to me. That looks good. Still moist and wet. Pulls the crop pretty easy. You taste the cider vinegar. Not as sweet as I expected, but it's still good. Oh, there you go. Moist and well done. I mean, medium well. Let's cut this sucker up. I'm gonna have lunch. That's it for this time on The Gardener.